Welcome to Friday Fish Facts. I'm your host, Ron DeSantis. Today we're doing our first ever fish room tour. We've got 369 gallons of fish tank in the house, but it's only spread over 5 tanks. We've got 2 big ones and 3 smaller ones. Now we don't have more than 2 fish tanks in one room, so really it's a fish house tour. So let's come on in, take a tour, and we'll show you what we've got.
My name is Kameron from Learning the Fish Keep, and you're watching Friday Fish Facts.
Okay, we'll start with my daughter's tank. This is a new to her tank because this was my quarantine tank, but it is hers now. It's got the background painted purple that she requested. It's got a natural substrate in the bottom there, and it's got some plants in here. Over here you see it's got some anubias over in the corner here, and it's got some water sprite kind of hanging out, that little troll hair, a crypt, and moss ball. It's got a platy in here, 6 harlequin rasboras, and 3 mollies. A pair of these black ones, and then this white one here that was born in another one of our tanks. And there's an L144 blue-eyed albino pleco in here as well. Next up is my son's 10-gallon tank. It is got some plants in here. It's got a huge sword down in the middle there, and then some water sprite on the right. It also has got 5 albino corridoras in here. It's got 1 African dwarf frog in here. There's Ben's centerpiece fish here. It is a black orchid betta. Beautiful guy there. He likes to stay as close to the top as he can at most times. He knows that I'm going to feed him soon. That's why he is out swimming around the top. This is a 29-gallon, which is now become a nano tank. I've decided to go with that. It used to be a breeding tank and a fry grow-out tank. I mean, originally it was guppies and stuff in here, and then we had a few batches of angelfish in here, and then bristlenose plecos. But kind of where it's located, it's in my kitchen. I decided to change it up because it was just a mess with all it was a big mass of java moss in the middle, and nothing really looked nice because it was a working tank, but I've decided to change it up in here. There's probably about 40 shrimp in here between the red cherries, the snowballs, and these blue wizards. They're all neocardanian shrimp. There's a bunch of neon tetras in here, and one fish that doesn't belong in a nano tank, which is my female bristlenose. I just don't really have anywhere to put her, and I've had her for about 3 years. When she kind of moves on, I'll probably replace her with some autos. These are clown killifish. They only get to about 1.5 inches. Not only have I never bred killifish before, but I've never even had them. So I am going to try and breed them, and we'll see what happens. We've got 5 of them in here. This is the 90-gallon tank here, which we're kind of going with a South American theme tank here. You see the angelfish there. I've got a pair of them. And these guys have actually bred quite a few times for me, this pair right here. They're actually lousy parents though. They need to be separated from the eggs because they will eat them. I have had them hatch before, and then as soon as they hatch, they eat them. This is a pair of electric blue gold-headed rams. I think that they're absolutely beautiful. They're going to be my next breeding project. I would love to be able to breed these guys. They're actually new to the hobby with the last 5 or 6 years to actually have this strain. But yeah, super excited about these guys. There's 4 plecos in this tank, a pair of calico and a pair of albino. The male albino in this tank, I have bred him before. He's actually over on the other side. Right here, this guy I've bred before. Right there. The plants in this tank, you've got dwarf Sagittarius, some moss balls, anubias. There's a water sprite on the side here. Some java fern and wood. And right now there's a single cherry barb in here, but there's going to be more. Okay, this is the big tank. This is the 220-gallon tank. This is tiger barbs, clown loaches, fancy plecos, archerfish, petricola catfish. There's 7 in there. There's only 3 types of plants. Well, actually right now there's 4, but one's getting moved out. But it's going to be just the java moss on the tree. That's jungle val mixed with a little bit of regular val on the back, and then a crinum on the right. I'm going to get another crinum for the left-hand side. We've got some bosmanis in here. Actually, this one here has bred. I have bred these bosmanis before. There's the freshwater clouded archerfish. There are 5 clown loaches in here. There are 7 petricolas in here, ranging from this full-grown size to about 1 inch. There's a pair of super reds in here. There's a pair of L66 king tiger plecos. There's an L201 snowball pleco. Right there we've got the L129 Colombian zebra pleco. These guys don't get very big, but they are very, very striking. There's an L128 blue phantom pleco in here. Just snacking on some cucumber. And right there is our L18 gold nugget. Well, that completes the tour. Like I said before, we've just got the 5 tanks, and we don't have any immediate plans to upgrade that outside of the quarantine tank that I have to replace. Join me next week for another edition of Friday Fish Facts.